J, Black Superman. Can you tell me why you hurt, miss? You don't deserve this nonsense you're going through. Treat us so worthless. Give me the choke, no respect for your heart. I don't care about his feelings, I'ma break y'all apart. See, I'm a real man, girl, I'm a real G. World life, girl, he ain't got nothing on me. Trying to buy your love with fancy jewelry. I'm a different type of man, girl, so I'ma do me. Shower you with love and things that you need. Say my name, say my name, say my name, girl. Hold your hand as you walk through the rain, girl. Listen, know we came for the way I'm the pain, girl. Black Superman here to keep you sane, girl. Do the drive slow, get him out my lane, girl. Hit him with a metal card, put him on a train, girl. Midnight to Georgia, now he's out your brain, girl.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here? Fly me through the atmosphere.
Let's go.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here? Fly me through the atmosphere.
Let's go. Life is short, you being lame with you. Damn, you in the sport, so why he playing games with you? Just a thought doesn't share the same game with you. That lane, put me in that frame with you. Dude is back, he's on a crime spree. Breaking hearts of every dime piece. I'm on my job, I set your mind free. 24/7, girl, through the night. Black Superman, I withstand kryptonite. Those colors on the bed, girl, when you get home. I'm right across the way, you will never be alone. Caress your mind and body, babe.
Hello. I do apologize for that. I don't know what went on with the screen, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. Before I'm just waiting on my guest to click in. Once he click in, I will go ahead and bring him on into the broadcast so that we can begin the interview. But we will go ahead and start off with the announcements. As you heard, that there was the movie slash producer Mikey J in one of his heads called Black Superman. So that's what you was listening to then. We will continue the song once we start bringing them in. So just hang in there with us. If you would share this video, do a watch party, all would be appreciated. Let me get everything started. As y'all already know, this topic today supposed to be best friends aren't relationship therapists. So we will be discussing on that after going through the background with Mikey J and all that he have achieved from awards to being in appearances and also goals that he set out to get where he's at now. We also will be announcing a movie that he's going to be releasing pretty soon called Colorblind. So just hang in there. I'm just waiting for him to click in. I'm probably going to have to send him that link again. Just give me a few minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm just waiting for him to get in. Hopefully, he's not having no complications. Hello, Silas. Thank you for tuning in. Hey. I see you coming. Tisha's Home Style Cooking. Thank you, sis. I really appreciate you. I haven't tasted it yet, so I'll be tasting it in just a second. Uh, Hello, Detra Russell. Thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Lovely. Hey, girlfriend, how we doing? Scorpio Queen. Thank you. I see our guests have tuned in, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we'll start off with the announcements. Like I said, Tish's Home Style Cooking, quality food service, and drop off catering. Contact Chef Tish at 210-414-7718. Oh, I didn't know I probably got some on my lip. Okay, I did. Excuse me. But she gave me a drop off with a pasta salad. I tried, I know some of y'all gonna say ill, but she delivered me some chitlins yesterday with some greens. I was so happy. Also with the pasta salad, she delivered some garlic bread. Thank you, Tish, so much. Also, to let y'all know, we have the Thanksgiving Family Feast raffle that's going to be going on. I know some of y'all might say, okay, it's already early. I like to be ahead of the game. We're going to be setting up something with a raffle in order to donate for a family. I am looking for some sponsors for a turkey, a ham, and a gift card. I know Nikita McClure had inboxed me and volunteered for one of the gift cards for HEB. Truly appreciate you, sis. I do appreciate that. There behind that, there we will be doing almost the same thing as we done with the Mother's Day and the Father's Day. You'll submit a letter on someone that you feel like that's impactful and that is very appreciative and when it deserves this gift card and the gifts as well. So we will get into that more as we get ready to go on. Also, as y'all see, I'm wearing a new lipstick. Yeah. Believe it or not, this is by Yoli Johnson with Captivating Flaws. She actually named this one Spicy, and it's spelled just like mine with two E's. Thank you, Yolanda. If y'all want to contact her for the lipsticks, please pay attention when I come back on. I wasn't able to get her contact info. She wasn't available at the time, but I will post it so that y'all can get in there and support her. I love it because it's kissable. It doesn't come off. Thank you, Yoli. Also, July 9th, we will have a special guest here. As you see as the banner going across the screen, we will have Miss Teresa Fuller, CEO of Queen Bee. We will title that topic Paint Me in Beauty. So tune in next week as we discuss and bring in the special guest right here on StreamYard, Miss Fuller. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you are more than welcome to call in. We got the phone line up. It's 512-668-2814. Now, as I promised you, we have a very special guest, and we will go and bring him in as of now. We'll turn up. This music is owned by him, so I have his permission, Facebook, to play his music. Thank you. This here is called Black Superman. I introduce to y'all a special guest, two-time Grammy nominated recording artist, producer, and who also boasts 13 music awards as well as an astonished 39 honor awards for his contributions to the community. I introduce and bring in now Mikey J. Hello. Mikey J.
Yeah, baby. He can't do nothing for you.
Is the mic on?
He's treating you wrong. Oh, you're right.
Check your mic.
But I'm your hero. Got you, girl.
Yeah.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're having some difficulties. Okay, we're gonna have to resend him the link and bring him back in. He's having a little bit of difficulties. Just hang in there. Let me send him another link so that he can come on in. Bear with us today. Okay. So we'll give a few minutes to bring him back in. There he is. So we're going to go ahead and introduce him. Like I told you, he is the two-time Grammy nominated recording artist and producer who also boasts 13 music awards. I bring to y'all on live screen, Mr. Mikey J.
When you get home, I'm right across the way, you will never be alone. Caress your mind and body, babe, put you in the zone. For real, Mikey J, girl, you better go outside, roam.
Hello, how we doing?
Hey.
New York. Everybody say hello to Mr. Mikey J.
Yes, I can. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm taking it easy. I'm just enjoying the weather and proud to be back on your show.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here. And actually, it will not be the last time you be here because we will be having some special guests coming in with you.
Yeah, yes.
First of all, I want to congratulate you on your upcoming movie.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really proud of you. I've been watching you, and I know I've seen the first part of it, and I've been seeing some of your takes you've been doing live. I mean,
Yeah.
oh wow, I can't wait till you release it. I'm excited. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. We're gonna give a shout out to Silas. Hello, Silas. Thank you for tuning in. Tish's Homestyle Cooking in the building. Deetra Russell. We have Miss Lovely Vibes. Also, we have oh, we already said silence. So we'll go on. But I thank you for coming in. We're gonna before we get into the topic, we're gonna actually be talking a little bit about some of the things about you because we wasn't able to get into that last time that you was on the show. So, we're gonna go ahead and bring some of that out before
Okay.
we actually get into the subject at hand. So, as I see, as you already know, I do a lot of researching, and I'm always being nosy and like I might as well say I'm a little stalker. So I like to see what people's all about before I bring them on. And I know we had many conversations. As you heard that song as we was playing coming in, I'm gonna tell you that was my favorite one.
Thank you.
That is my favorite one. And Black Superman. It speaks a lot of volumes to me. I know I shared some with you, and it was very very enlightening to me that somebody would bring something out like that when it come down to seeing a real reality of things. I don't know what was in your mind when you decided to come out with it, but it was very touching, as I told you on the phone before. Can you tell us what motivated you to do this song and what message was you trying to relay to your listeners?
Basically, when I did Black Superman, it was just to let the black woman know that every black man is not a bad guy. He's not a villain. You do
Right,
have some black superheroes out there. So,
right.
Lois Lane had Clark Kent, which was her Superman,
Hmm.
and I just wanted to make a record that black women can actually relate to and be happy about.
Okay. So was there a particular group of listeners you had the intention of aiming with Black Superman?
No, because with all the love stories nowadays, you got young love, teenage love, more mature love. You
Yeah.
got even senior love. So it
Right.
was just really aimed at any and everybody that would understand the lyrics to the song, and it was the reciprocation was, oh man, it was great. It was
Okay.
great.
So you've been getting a lot of feedback pertaining to this song.
Yeah, and I did that song years ago, and
Yeah, and
even
I
to
was
this
just
day,
now
yeah.
hearing it like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I mean, I went through all of them and I was like, oh my God, I kept going back to this one. Because, when I listen to music, it's not just the beat, or the hook. I listen to the message that could be, spoken within that song. And see, that's why I asked you, was there a certain type of crowd? Because I know when I listened to the track, I related to it on the level of a woman that was a magnet to men that, who possess ill treatment towards women.
Hmm.
And I'm like, wow, here's actually something that's saying, look, this is actually how you're supposed to treat someone that you call a queen. But you was also speaking to women, letting them know this is what you deserve. This is what a man is supposed to do.
Indeed, indeed.
Now, hear me tell you this. What goes through your mind and how does that make you feel?
Um, I'm humble. There's not other words that I can even describe. It's a humbling experience when someone can take a song and implement them in their life, whether it's past or present, and it's just a humbling, um, gracious gracious feeling.
Yeah. Now, did you ever think that the song would have that type of effect on anyone?
I definitely received a lot of that back when I even did the record and when I performed the song as well. It's actually one of Reverend Jesse Jackson's favorite songs. So when I performed it for him in Harlem at the Riverbank State Park at the function he had,
Mhm.
um, it was great, and the the reception that it received there. was
Mhm.
great as well. And even to this day, people still love that song. You know that one song you want to shake because you got other stuff out there, but it just keeps coming back to remind you that you put out some great work and
Right,
be just be humble that people are
right.
still gravitating to that song.
Yeah. And just a short interruption. Yoli, I did an announcement on your makeup line before we actually clicked in, Mr. Michael J. If you would pin your contact information, because I did announce the captivating flaws. So please, in the comment area, put down your contact information. Thank you. Now, there was another song that caught my attention. And I'm telling you, I also kept rewinding it. And what caught my attention was that you decided in this video for this song to use children.
Uh oh.
And it blew me away because I mean, you hear the grown folks give their opinion about how music have changed, what's good music, what's not good music. But you actually took a group of kids to sit on the couch to give their opinion about the music.
Yeah.
So
Rock.
now
Yep.
this song called Masterpiece was another one of your songs. When I seen the video, the first thing that caught me was the kids. Because like with me, I love kids. I try to get them involved in a lot of things to make them, productive. Now, could you tell me what was your concept in doing this video when you decided to use these children in order to get a message across?
With Masterpiece, and I also use Kids in Rock the Planet as well.
Right. I
Um,
think that.
that's another one. I just like to utilize a lot of kids because it gives them an outlet. It gives them a platform
Mhm.
where they can have fun, um, and they could be going through something.
Mhm.
Kids have dreams, kids
Right.
have goals. Kids have aspirations of being productive in the future and at the present. You got some kids who are actually productive in the present as well. So when I
Exactly.
put kids in my music videos,
Mhm.
in my movies or whatever the case may be, it's to let them know that, hey, listen, I believe in you, and I hope this actually can take you somewhere and and implementing you
Right.
and just bring out the best in you. I
Yeah.
love I just love working with the youth and just giving them that outlet and that overall exposure that hopefully Hollywood will catch on to, because Hollywood is not coming looking for black and brown Latino kids in the urban
Right.
community.
Right.
So I'm utilizing my platform, my status, and everything about me to hopefully get these kids a jump start.
Right. Because I know I sit back and I listen to the kids and this generation now, and what they call music, in my opinion, isn't music, compared to when we came up. But to actually watch the video and see these young children sit there and emphasize that, no, let me show you some real music. And when you brought up Masterpiece, I was like, wow, that like just
Yeah.
blew me away.
Oh, that was Rock the Planet.
Rock the Planet. Okay, sorry, got those mixed up.
That was
Yeah,
Rock
but
the Planet.
Rock the
That
Planet
that
is
part
when the
right there,
children were
yeah.
in.
Soon as you
And I
said that
mean,
sentence, yeah, that was Rock the Planet. And I
yeah,
had
Rock the
fun.
Planet. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
I
had
really
fun.
enjoyed that, seeing the children actually interact, involve, not just in that one piece, but throughout the video.
Yes, ma'am. And it
And I
was
mean,
I had fun. It was
I give my props to you to actually pour your time and your heart into the children and what you did in that video with them in order to send a message not just to the grown people, but
yeah,
also to our younger generation. And I
yeah,
mean, I was like, that threw me way off. I was like, wow, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Now, the video Masterpiece is the one I'm gonna come at you with now, because in there you made a statement. You said yourself, a masterpiece can be transcribed to anything that a man, woman, or child decides to put out as a work of art?
Art. Yeah.
Yeah, art. I'm sorry. What did you mean by that? Can you go in more detail when you
Sure.
made that statement in that video? What message was you really trying to get across?
Basically, if you dig deep down within your soul, within just you, if you look hard enough,
Mhm,
you have the ability to be anything you want.
mhm.
To if you want to be a painter, if you
Right.
want to be a hairstylist, if you want to be a singer, a rapper, if you want to be
Mhm,
a judge, a lawyer, a
mhm,
basketball player, anything you want to do in life,
mhm.
you can do it. And all
Right.
you got to do is turn it into a work of art. So if you're a rapper, if you're a singer, your music, your music can be translated visually as a masterpiece, a work of art. So now you're not just singing your lyrics, you're actually painting a picture for the
Right.
public. You're making your visuals known just to go along with the lyrics of the
Right.
song. So any and everybody can be anything they want, long as they dig down in their soul and not give a care in the world and just take their brush and just create their masterpiece. Because
Right.
every one of us is a masterpiece. It all depends on on what you're doing in life.
Right. Right. I hear you. Now I'm gonna tell you, I really enjoyed that part there. Now you have directed and produced movies as well, such as Colorblind. And I'm gonna say part one, because I know you stressed that the first one I seen was actually the old one.
Yeah,
So now you bringing in a new one, which we will let everybody know now that not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, which I think July 16th,
correct.
we will have you back along with some of the cast members from that movie.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm really excited about that. So, actually to visit the world of the actors that's going to be part of this movie. But you also have directed and produced The Road Most Taken, Memories from the Street, Scars of a Predator. Now,
Oh,
tell me what was that about?
um, wow. Scars of a Predator was actually an Andy Troy um directorial.
Okay.
That was by Andy Troy, and he basically gave me some production credit for
Mhm.
helping him out. Um, but the actual films, Road to Redemption is the actual title is Days of a King.
Okay.
Yeah, Days of a King is a television series that is right now at the planning stages, so it's still in pre-production. I can't wait to get that going. That is going to
Mhm.
be phenomenal.
Okay.
And I produce Time Matters, Keys and Cuffs, Colorblind, directed all of them, written all of them as well,
Right.
um, as well as quite a few other film projects.
Yeah, 'cause I
Chill
think
Pill,
one time
can't
you
forget
did
Chill Pill. I can't forget Chill Pill. Oh
yeah,
God, no, I
Chill
didn't.
Pill. Was that Chill Pill that you shared? And actually, you gave us a movie night to watch that,
Yeah,
and I could not take my eyes off of that. It was
yeah.
it was really good because I was like, okay, I'm gonna just check out a little piece of this. But when I got to actually looking at it, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It was
My
just,
character's a bug out.
oh my God, you got some tough characters. And I mean, you actually handpicked those yourself, right?
Yeah, so I played Brandon in Chill Pill. I was the
Okay.
one I had on a so I created him to wear this bucket hat, this silly
Hmm.
fisherman's hat rather.
Hmm.
Um that's his signature. The bucket fisherman's hat. That's his signature. A piece of apparel.
Hmm.
But also he has this thing where he likes to blackmail people. Like he blackmails every and anybody, and he
Right.
has every and anybody. He has every and anybody under the microscope, and they don't even know it.
Okay.
So
Now, doing being a director and a producer of movies and doing videos for your music, is this something that you always wanted to do even as a child?
yes, I always wanted to be behind the camera, even as a child. I remember playing on the side of my mother's bathtub in the projects. I would fill it up with water,
Mhm.
and I had Jaws. I had the actual Jaws shark. It was nice size. It was a nice size shark. My
Uh-huh.
GI Joes, my Transformers, and I would act like they were trying to kill the shark, and I would um I would even go outside in the projects, and we had these nice bushes on this, right in front of my building, and I would act like the GI Joes was hunting the Transformers and vice versa, and
So
I
you
just
was
had that
already doing
imagination. Yeah,
acting.
yeah,
So,
always had
um,
imagination. So
I have to ask because I know I got a friend that's from New York, okay? And she just swears up and down that she doesn't have an accent. She's been in San Antonio for over 6 years. But I'm kind of sensing something else in the background of you, if I'm not incorrect. So is it just a New Yorker that you have in your blood, or is there something else there?
oh, it's a lot more there. So my grandmother
Hmm.
had 9 kids
Yes.
by 7 different races,
Okay.
and I just love telling this story. Um, well, this part of my history. My mother was the oldest. Rest in peace. I just lost her not too long ago.
Oh, that's go out to her.
Um, my mother's mother, her mother, that whole lineage, they're from a
Mm,
reservation in Oklahoma, and
mm.
my grandfather is from the indigenous part of Trinidad, which is known as Tobago.
That's what I kind of sense from you.
Yeah, because
Because
I was
I know
born
my
here.
mother had a friend from Trinidad, and hearing her, it was just something about her to where you knew that's where she was from. But I was like, no, it's more to Mikey J than this. I keep watching you, I keep listening at you. Even when you acted, it's like it's there,
Yeah,
you know. But I mean,
but I was
also,
raised. I'm sorry, I was actually raised by by my grandmother and my aunt Tracy. My grandmother didn't want my mother on public assistance, so my mother was in nursing all her life. She
right.
started out as a CNA, then an
Hmm.
LPN.
Hmm.
Um, no, yeah, and then she retired as an RN. And
Hmm.
my aunt Tracy, her father's German. Tracy looks German. My
Okay.
uncle Giovanna, his father's from Czechoslovakia. He looks
Okay.
Czechoslovakian. My aunt Julius and my uncle Roland, their father's from Belize.
Okay.
My aunt Shangri-La, my uncle Wade or James rather, and my uncle Ellis, their father's from Barbados, and
Right.
my aunt Kimberly Queen, her father is Creole.
Okay. Okay. So you just like I tell everybody when they ask me what I am, I say I'm a mutt because it's like
Yeah,
everything mixed up into me.
yeah, yeah.
But let me let my before I do some shout outs, attention everybody. I want to let you know. I should have said this in the beginning of the announcement, but I know some of y'all see my post that there was a search on for a dear friend of mine's daughter that I've been on since she was in elementary. Danessa has been found. She had been missing since April, and they actually found her today. They was contacted. We do still ask that y'all keep the family and Danessa in prayer, and we thank Bear County Sheriff Department along with all y'all that shared my post and the family post in efforts in finding her. So she is found. Thank y'all all for the efforts that y'all have done. Now you also been on some tours. Can you tell us about those?
Oh man, what year?
So it's been a whole novel, right?
Yeah, my actual bio would probably be like 11, 1200 pages, but um, I've been on tour with some of the pioneers some of the pioneers of hip hop.
Mhm.
Um, I've been on tour with Dana Dane. I've been on tour with Dana Dane and Nice and Smooth. Um, I've been
Go
on
ahead.
tour
Give me a
with
minute. I just realized my ear. I was like, why can I hear you that good? My ear thing. Give me just a. Go ahead and keep talking. But
oh, I've been on tour with Mark Live of Raw Breed, Tim Dog, Cool Keith, and Ultramagnetic MCs. You know, and so many other people. Me and Fantasia. Um, oh man, I go on and on. I go on and on and on. Perform with KRS One. That's my big bro. Um, wow, you got me digging in the Brainiac archives right now. Oh man, I've been touring since 2005. The first tour I went on wasn't even a music tour. It was a
oh,
tour for Wendy Williams. So me,
okay.
myself, Wendy Williams, Charlamagne the God, Angela Covington. We were the celebrity panelists and guests on the Wendy Williams tour for her movie. We was casted for her film, her
Okay.
biopic. Robin
Okay.
Givens played the older version, and Kiki Palmer played young Wendy at that time. And we went city to city casting for different talent, I guess you want to call it.
Right.
But I had a blast doing that, and I've been touring since 2005. I've done
Wow.
10 cities, I've done 20 cities, I've done 50 cities. You know, I've been touring for a long time, and I've had a great run touring, and you know, with Karis One, and I really love touring with the pioneers of hip hop. I really love touring with the pioneers of hip hop, because you know, at the end of the day, those the ones that paved the way for me. Those are the ones that made it exciting for me to want to be in hip hop and watch them on stage. You know, DMX. Shout out to my brother DMX, Fred the Godson, rest in peace. I go on and on and on about all the artists that I've performed with, headline with, co-headline with, whatever. And yeah, it was a great run touring. I had a great run. I really did.
Okay. Well, we're gonna give a shout out to Mr. Ray Sorrell. Thank you for tuning in. We had a great show yesterday. He brought out some two of us women in order to spend some time with us. We had a lot of fun. Y'all tune in to the Ray Sorrell show on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Also, Cassandra Bain, one of your casting members, is on here. She said, "Hello, beautiful people. Hello, hello." Also, we had Dee Crunk. Thank you for tuning in. Miss Lovely. She says, yes, absolutely all about the children. Love it. Miss Faye McKenzie, my auntie, actually. Hi, auntie. And we also have Miss Auntie Darling. Thank you for tuning in. And she said that you sound Jamaican. Uh, do you get that a lot?
um, no, I don't even hear it, to be honest. I don't. I think when I enunciate and pronunciate my words,
Right,
as they should, maybe it
right.
comes out, but I don't. I don't be hearing it.
Yeah. I think I hear it when I know you're passionate about things that you're speaking on your live. I really care, especially when the New York side is there when you get to talking sun, you know.
Hey, yo, check this out, B. Hey, yo, chill with all that. Now I ain't playing. Hey,
Also,
listen,
Larry
everybody.
Myers,
I know y'all
Larry
see them red and blue
Myers,
lights.
uh,
Huh? I
Larry
know y'all.
Myers, thank you for tuning in. Also, we had Miss Yolanda. Thank you for tuning in. Excuse me, what was you saying again?
I know y'all see them red and blue lights, like as if
Yeah,
I
I
got
was
pulled
going to
over.
ask you about that. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on is they're holding a stop the violence rally where I
Okay.
had to go pick up Bella Ray at, and
Oh, okay.
I didn't know about it, so I parked my car because they blocked off the street. I thought, honestly speaking, I thought something happened because the block is pretty infamous for that. But
Okay.
it's the rally is for a young man that did that. He was 17 years old,
Mhm.
an aspiring basketball player,
Mhm.
and he was just killed this week, or
Oh.
I think it was this week or last week,
Mhm.
and it was all over the news, all over social media, and I ended up they ended up seeing me, and I ended up um just getting involved a little bit.
Right.
And I'm gonna go to the rally on July 7th. I'm gonna go to DC August 28th because that's
Mhm.
what I do. A lot of people don't know that when it comes to civil rights, um, all this gang activity, these shootings, I'm out
Yeah.
here, boots on the ground. Now it's been a while, due to all this nonsense, but
Have the
I
protests
yeah,
calmed down some up there in New York?
no, no, well, you mean shooting wise or
Yeah.
no, not at all, not at all. It's like the wild wild west.
Wow.
And
Wow.
the sad part about it, when people say that black on black crime doesn't exist, this is what I want to show them: us killing us.
Right.
They just don't get it, They just don't get it. But that's a whole other topic. But I'm out here.
Yeah.
I'm out here, boots on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
out
stay
here.
safe out there. Uh, Shout out to Bella. Let her know I said hello, beautiful lady. Also, another thing is because I mean, you have had your hands in everything. I mean, it's not just one or two things. It's like you got your hands all over the place. Now, you also have been appeared on magazines as well as HP, HBL, Bossed Up, and more. Can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that? Do you have any of the magazines with you to show off?
No, because what happened was um, I went to film today.
Yes.
And after filming, I went to physical therapy because, I got hit by a car the day we started filming.
Right.
Um, and I was heading up and got caught in traffic. I got so I had to go straight to. I almost missed therapy. It was a real hectic day. So
Mhm,
what I will say is this: um, all the magazine covers that I'm on
mhm.
is it's been an honor.
Right.
Um,
I know there's one
big
called HBL, and Bossed Up. So I'm gonna give you a minute to kind of tell us the the magazines that you appeared on, and also the awards that you have received. So I'm gonna give you this minute now to kind of share that with everyone.
Okay. Well, Bossed Up magazine is a magazine out of the Midwest. Bossed Up magazine is a magazine out of the Midwest.
Hmm.
HBL magazine is a magazine out of the Virginia area.
Hmm.
Um, HP magazine. Ooh, you going back? I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. But Elite Status magazines is one of the latest covers that I'm on. The editor in chief is out of that magazine is a New York based magazine, but it's circulated worldwide. Um, Elite Status. Oh, Pose magazine is another magazine that's with it, and not from New York. I forgot what state they're from, but I just released. They just released that cover this year. Pose magazine, Poze. Um, Boss Up I mentioned already. Boricua magazine. No, not Boricua. I'm sorry. Barrio magazine. They're from New York as well, and I was honored because Barrio, means neighborhood, Spanish. I'm not Spanish, so that was an honor. So El Barrio magazine, I'm on that cover. It's 147 covers that I'm on. So I'll give you a few. I'll give you a few more. Wow. Oh. Um. Oh. We we are hip hop. We are hip hop. They're out of France, Paris, France, London, um, and just so many others. Aside from the magazine covers, what else you want me to speak on?
Just some of the let them know some of the awards that you.
Oh, thank you. That's it. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Wayne Winston. I was honored to accept this honor from Barack Obama, from President Obama. I've been honored by the United States Congress. I've been honored by the United States Senate. I've been honored by the United Nations. I've been honored by an organization known as Peace December, who's also out of the UN, United Nations. I've been honored by the NAACP on numerous occasions. I've been honored by Jamie Bland of Jumpstart, who is with the National Action Network. That's Al Sharpton's um, faction, organization, rather. Um, oh, man, I've been honored by the mayor's office of Paterson, New Jersey, New York. I mean, you name it. So many other mayors across the country. I've been honored by um, city council members such as Vanessa Gibson, Andy King. Now she's the New York Attorney General, Letitia James. Um, I've been honored by Yonkers executives. I've been honored by New Jersey freeholders. That's the equivalent to the City Council of New York. I have about 43 honors that I've accepted, and that's just a few. Um, what else? Who else rather?
Now,
City count. I got
you were sitting on as a spokesman in 2015 for the NAACP Bronx
correct.
chapter.
Yes, under the president is Mr. Barony Burke.
Okay.
There's a campaign called the 411 on the 50 campaign. The funny thing about it, I just shared the PCA about a week or two ago that we did. And that was basically educating the youth and even adults about how to have interaction with the police, what to avoid. So
Mhm.
I've been doing this way before this situation has happened. And now to see everything that I've worked to do, the work that I've done rather,
Mhm.
it's sort of sad because you don't have to do anything to
Right.
lose your life, to be brutalized, you
Exactly.
know? So
Exactly. Now, before we get into the topic at hand, um, let's talk. We're not going to do too much talking because we don't give too much away. But let's talk a little bit about the next movie that's coming out called Colorblind.
no, but colorblind we're working on now. And
Right.
then August 4th, Chill Pill comes out.
Chill pill, chill pill. Yes,
Yeah.
'cause I've been watching that. We
Yeah.
go back and forth. But yes, let's talk about chill pill. We'll deal with Colorblind later.
Yeah.
So tell us, I mean, because I'm telling you, when I say I saw that movie and I sit there, you did just like a theater thing for us right here on Facebook. I had my skinny popcorn and everything going. You know what I'm saying? But, could you tell everybody a little bit about it? I know you just told us August 4th to be out. Give them a little information about it and where they be able to see it at later.
Yes. Chill Pill is my first full-length feature comedy. And I will be very honest with everybody, with all of you. I'll be very honest. I surprised myself because I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would not need any help writing a scripted comedy. And I think it was sort of easy for me because I didn't try to be funny. I just let the funny flow naturally. So I got to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me a funny bone. You know, Chill Pill. I play a gentleman by the name of Brandon, and Brandon. How should I explain Brandon? Brandon is this very eccentric gentleman, and he buried a ring when he was a teenager in junior high school at the time. And when they buried the ring, it was for a school project. So it was like a time capsule, and somebody found it years later in Brandon's mother's old backyard because she sold the house. And when he's watching the newscast and he saw that man claim his ring, let's just say things got crazy from there. And Brandon was doing every and anything to everyone to get his ring back. He was
Wow.
blackmailing people. But people think he's this goofball, but he's very intelligent. His IQ is off the chart. So what he does is he puts this smoke screen of being like the class clown, the buffoon. He hides the fact that he's one of the smartest minds in the world, and he ends up recruiting his best friend Kermit and his best friend Chloe to help him get it back. And it's funny. It's really funny. It's really funny, and I can't wait. It comes out August 4th. It comes out August 4th. August 4th, the day of my mom's birth, is when Chill Pill comes out. I have great situations in place already. Thank you to Mr. Cyrus Webb, who set me up with Amazon Prime. And thank you to Mr. Lewis Gordon, who set me up with my webmaster, who is right now working on the website. So this is how I'm releasing it now. Being that we're under this situation with coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever, I'm gonna do red carpet premieres across the country. Now it's according to phases now. So I have to, I think, wait to phase 3 or phase 4. And so far we have 6 theaters in Maryland ready to go, beginning July 28th. We have 6 theaters ready to go. And thank you to Mr. George McCready and Mr. Ira Miller of Horizon Cinemas for that. And I got 3 theaters and a 4th one coming in New York, New Jersey, and across the country, Detroit, Chicago, Ohio, you name it, down south. So what I'm doing is red carpet premieres, city to city, state to state. At the same time, on August 4th, the film will be dropping on my website. So as I'm doing the premieres, when the film drops, all the traffic is going to the website. And then 2 months later, I release it on Amazon Prime. And the same thing for the next film and the next film and the next film.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. Now, do you want to give any shout out to your cast of mirrors, letting people know names, the ones going to be there? We're not going to say which ones are going to be on the show, but all the cast members that are in your show, in your movie.
Oh man, it's a lot. But
Okay, we're gonna do a lot. We're gonna do okay. Just do the ones that's gonna be.
I will say this though. I will say this. Big shout out to everybody that travel near and far to be part of every and any project production that I put together. Thank you very much, because I can write a script all day, but
Right,
without you guys, that script will just be sitting upon a shelf.
right.
And it's about having the right people. Like today, for Colorblind, I shot with 2 of the. You will not believe these women never acted before a day in their lives. So when we finish Colorblind, I can't wait for y'all to see my actors. But what I will do is I will do this. The ones that I have worked with already, Vanessa Goodwin, first time actress. Now she's in my 4th film. She
Mm,
started out, she came to the casting call as an extra. She became one of the co-stars in the films, all 4 of them, including Colorblind. Um, and Raymond Broadwater, who came on as a cameraman at first, come to find out he's one of the most methodical actors and brilliant minds in the film world. And then he became my associate producer, and now he's my first AD. And
okay.
one of my best friends to this day, one of my brothers from another mother. Um, who else? Sonny Chiba, also known as Chaz Kaman, a great actor.
Right.
Um, it's just so many others, and I'm looking forward to working with Cassandra Bain.
Oh God,
Um,
I fell in love with her. Watch her all the time. She is such a beautiful artist.
yeah,
So,
I'm definitely looking forward to working with her. Huey Adams, another great actor, funny, very funny guy. Lewis Gordon,
mhm,
Bella Ray, of course.
mhm.
Um, Lakeisha Taylor. I mean, yeah, Lakeisha Taylor. So many that I don't want to alienate anybody by forgetting their names. So big shout out to all of y'all, and thank you for taking my ranting, my raving, and my yelling, even when I wasn't doing it to y'all.
Well, I'm gonna take a minute and I want to give everybody a little taste. I think this is actually Walk the Planet. I was trying to look for Masterpiece. For some reason, it's being stubborn. It won't come up. So I'm gonna take a minute and give everybody the opportunity to just listen to a little snippet of Rock the Planet featuring Mikey J. And this is a part where we was talking about the children, so y'all just listen closely. You can also hear this on YouTube, and there's other the iTunes and Apple. They could also
Spotify,
Spotify. Okay,
iHeartRadio.
yes. So this is Rock the Planet featuring Mikey J.
This is all the music they have today.
Well, what music do you like?
Hip hop.
What you know about hip hop?
Well, I know it's real hip hop. Actually, it's real hip hop.
I'm the burden of proof. I raise the roof off the roof. When you see me stand there, salute. I let it bang on your troops. Directional aim when I shoot. A lyrical beast in the booth. You don't want it with me, dude. Little suckers better go and recruit. I drag you up and down the hill, boy. Spoil your plans, call me Killjoy. Rock the planet in an ill toy. Fake it, cause I'm real, boy. Somebody better ring the alarm. Never done a lane string me along. Name rings like ding ding dong. Ready for the stage now, bring me on. Make way for the true done dada. Brother say fly, mix ain't hotter. This ain't no fabrication. I represent for my nation. And go hard. Get it, hit it now. Million rock, get it.
And everyone, that was Rock the Planet by Mikey J.
Throwback.
Oh God, it brings back memories, don't it?
4 years of them.
Wow, wow. I'm gonna see if I find my piece to play towards the end if YouTube would stop being stubborn. Because I know I listened to it a million times.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna get into the topic. Before we do go there, do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Just shout out to everybody that has supported me from day one, that has given me their blessing upon blessings, and even those that didn't believe in me, all the naysayers and even the haters, I thank them as well, because it was they had a big hand because I utilized their fuel. That was nothing but fuel for me to just keep going and do what I was doing. Never. I had to learn not to frown upon it. I had to learn to
Right.
run with it and utilize all that as fuel. So I give them a shout out as well.
Yeah. I know looking up, did you know there was another Mikey J, but he's a younger version?
Yeah, if you notice, all their spellings are different.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Khaled, DJ Khaled, and Khalid. So
Mhm.
the same thing with even my name.
Right.
My name is trademark. So anybody trying to utilize my name, they gotta tweak their name.
Right. Right.
They gotta do other stuff to it.
Yes. So
I'm honored.
I know that's a big honor. So we're gonna go into our topic, which is best friends aren't relationship therapists. Now, as me and you both already know, when you get into a relationship, it's you and that person.
Hmm.
There's no outsider that caused you to be attracted to the other one. You decide to enter into this relationship with this person. Now, it's all good. Like we spoke through the time, communication is the big key. But sometimes that communication tends to be lost. And we tend to invite people into our relationship that are not good nutrition. What is your thoughts on that there?
Wow. So basically, can best friends? Um, so basically, is it appropriate for best friends to fraternize with one another on a romantic level?
Like, say for instance, you get into an argument with your lady, and instead of talking to you or anything that bothers her, instead of talking to you, she's talking to her friend.
Mm.
Now, this friend is also giving her advice,
Mm-mm.
which to me is a danger zone.
It is. It is. And I'm just gonna sum it up best way I can real quick. Because this is real quick. All right. If if I'm in a relationship,
Yes.
right? No, I'm not gonna use it. If anyone's in a relationship,
Hmm.
the person that you consider to be your spouse, whether
Right.
you're married, engaged, um, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, you should be able to confide in that person
Exactly.
first and foremost. Once you keep confiding in a so-called best friend, then what is the use of being in a relationship with someone that you should be able to talk to? So basically, there's no communication there. And if there's no communication, then there's no relationship.
Exactly. Because
So
the person you're with, that should be the one person that you communicate with about
yeah,
anything, especially if it's problems going between you and that person.
yeah,
You know,
definitely.
and you have to be careful with outside, friends as well, because everybody ain't your friend,
No,
and everybody's not happy for you either.
no. And the same person you telling your business to may be
Hmm.
plotting to get with you.
Hmm.
So when you telling your best friend what's not what you're not happy about in your relationship, what your relationship is missing,
Hmm.
um, don't be surprised if they come knocking on your door trying to, slide up in there.
Yeah.
They instead of them trying to give you great advice, they could be telling you some stuff to make you leave your relationship with the hopes of them. In other words, they may have ulterior motives.
Yeah, they're not for your best interest all the time. And
Uh-huh.
especially when, they constantly bash you, mate. And then if you end up leaving this person, my thing is that even if you forgive somebody, whether it's family or friends, they're not going to forgive them. That's why sometimes it's not good to invite people into your business,
Facts.
because
Big facts.
this person, even though y'all decide to, okay, let's work this out. I see my fault, I see your fault. Let's go get some help. But everybody's not going to be on that same page with you and be as forgiving as you are.
Nope.
Because
Nope.
you have those friends that will be, and I know with females, I cannot say with males. You can only speak on the male perspective of that. But I know with females, you have those women that constantly, well, girl, I would leave. I wouldn't put up with that.
Oh,
You,
I can speak on that. I can speak on that because observation
yes,
of of from a visual standpoint and observation of audio.
right.
So, and I have sisters, I have aunts, I have
Mhm.
cousins, I have daughters. So I say it like this: women do have a bad tendency of telling their so-called best friend or their so-called friend all of their
Oh,
business, and that's not good because the same woman you telling your business to is going to fulfill everything that you're not.
because it's just like you're preparing her and you're instructing her to let her know, look, this is not the type of man or woman he wants.
Yeah.
I know that I could be the opposite of that. So let me put my play into plan
Yep. They
to
all they
where I
doing.
can fit in. And you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah. She's becoming enabled.
Yeah. Because I mean, if anything, if a person is truly a friend, they support you. They have your back. They want the
Yep.
best at heart for you. Now, if you're in an abusive situation, I can understand. One thing I'm not going to do is tell anybody to leave their relationship, because you're not going to hold me responsible. Well, you the one told me to leave.
Mm-hmm.
No, it has to be your choice. Now, you can come to me and I'll listen, but I don't like when they say, "Well, what do you think?" I'm not going to tell you what you think, because that's your man.
Yeah.
And you got to know every relationship, the way you handle it is different. Every relationship and every advice that's given is not going to work for
Yeah.
your.
If that advice is not coming from your mother,
And
your
you got to be
your
careful of
your
that sometimes too,
it,
because
it,
mothers and fathers, they're not forgiving.
yeah, but I'm talking like on a relationship level. Like if you want to
Yeah.
go discuss your relationship with somebody, go to your sister, go to your brother. If you
Hmm.
can't, if you feel it's something that you need advice outside of your relationship about,
Hmm.
go to somebody like your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your god, this, whatever. Go to somebody who is unbiased.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Someone that actually likes the person you're with. Because if you go to someone who is playing partisan politics, yeah, they're gonna be a yes man yeah all day. But if you
Uh,
go somebody who is on the outside looking in and can give you real critique and a real opinion about
mhm.
about the situation, whether it's something you can do better, something he can do better, like that advice coming from somebody that is bipartisan is a great advice you can get. The greatest
Okay.
advice that you can get receive.
Okay. Real life situation. I'm not gonna give no names. Real life situation. You just tell me in your shoes how you would handle that. Okay. And we're gonna say this is you're the homeboy with the wife. Okay. And there was a situation where the guy told you that he'll be willing to pick up your wife because you wasn't able to pick her up. You've been homeboy for years, coming up as little boys or whatever. So he go picks up your wife, but decides because he didn't propose to a young lady, but decides to open up and talk to your wife about his feelings with this woman and how to handle it. How would you feel about that, knowing that you didn't know nothing about it, but your homeboy went to your woman?
To get her advice on should he propose.
Well, he's already proposed,
Uh-huh.
but what he did was ask questions pertaining to the length of time, you know, how to handle it, and
um
from it, it was more or less like he felt like that he should wait longer years.
as long as it's a legitimate, he's looking for some legitimate advice, maybe because he sees how long I've been with her,
Hmm.
and or maybe because he wants the perspective from another woman.
Hmm.
I don't see nothing wrong with it at all, only because as long as it's legitimate, I'm good with that.
Okay, now,
As
I'm gonna
long
give
as
my
he's not,
opinion because there's always a woman's opinion.
yeah.
Because
Now,
it's
as
like what
long as he's not, as
he
long
should
as he
talk
don't,
to her. He should talk to his fiance if there's something that he's feeling uneasy about. We talk about communication. We're talking about a bond. Now we got to learn how to communicate. We finna get married. So my opinion when it came down to him is why would he not talk to his fiance about his concerns and how he felt, but go to a woman that she doesn't know? She doesn't know this woman.
yeah. Um, I would say this, playing devil's advocate.
Hmm.
He didn't know how to approach the situation,
Hmm.
so maybe he needed to know how he should approach it, and that was the only he just needed advice. So
Hmm.
now that he got the advice that he was looking for, now he's gonna go and approach the situation the way it should be approached. So I wouldn't even look at that as a bad thing. It's just that
Hmm.
in other words, he doesn't just want to dive in head first and mess it up. You know,
Right.
look, a lot of us guys, we don't get it. We haven't read the
Right.
book. You know,
Right.
we
Well,
just want to
nobody's
do
talking
it
about
right.
instruction.
Yeah, we just want to do it right so we don't lose the situation. We want to keep the situation and build from there. So I,
But do
I
you
think
think that the homeboy's wife's opinion should impact his relationship with his fiance?
as long as it's a positive opinion, yeah. If she doesn't have, and especially if she's an empowering, positive woman, that'd be
Mhm.
dope. But if she's one of them bitter women with a cold heart and malicious ways. And no, I would never. No,
Well,
but
then you got these women that gossip and this and this and that.
yeah,
But
exactly. Yeah.
when you say the positive, my positive is one thing. But when it impacts to where he goes to the woman and he tells his fiance, now they already set a date, but this woman that he talked to have impacted his mind to where he's like, I don't want to get married on a date. It needs to be longer, based on what my homeboy's wife said.
Well, it depends. How long did he? How long were they together before he proposed?
I think it was 4 or 5 years. I think he said.
Then not for nothing. If she even accepts his proposal, she a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you wait 4 or 5 years for a man to propose to you?
Exactly.
A man, a man, you know,
He should
a
know.
lot
I
of
mean, my opinion is he should already know after a year or two. It shouldn't be taking 3 to 11 years.
listen, grandmothers would tell you, the old school grandmothers would tell you, your husband just walked in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So on his part, I if I was a female, I wouldn't even accept his proposal because
he needs
why
to
did you
go.
wait? Why did you wait 45 years and then you want to wait longer? Nah, you bugging. You out of here. And especially if he tells the person you trying to get the advice from,
Mhm.
yeah, you know, it's we've been together 4 or 5 years and I'm thinking about waiting longer. She gonna look at him like, are you serious?
But see, my thing, I would have looked at him like, okay, why did you propose to her in the first place?
Exactly.
You should have thought about all this before you even proposed.
Was it out of love or out of convenience?
Don't know.
You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Yeah.
But um, nah. Like if I was a female, I wouldn't even accept his proposal. I'm just being honest because I'm not worth a year. I'm not worth 2 years.
Mhm.
You want to wait 4 to 5 years to marry me? What was that about? You trying to still sow your oats?
Because I know she like asked my opinion. I was just like, girl, I really don't want to get into those waters because I don't want to be blamed for nothing.
Oh,
But
so all right. So listen, they don't know. Listen, I'm gonna say it to her from a man's perspective.
yeah, because she could be watching.
All right. Um. Now I'm only speaking. I don't know the gentleman. I'm only speaking
Mhm.
as myself and as it should be. Period.
Right.
A man meets a woman.
Mhm.
Chemistry is there, or they build it. If the chemistry is instantaneous, there's no excuse.
Exactly.
There's no excuse. Love at first sight is real. The chemistry is real on both ends. I know
Mhm.
people that met 1 week, they're still married 25 years later.
Yeah.
So, um, I would say this to her. You need to ask him why did he even wait 4 to 5 years to propose,
Exactly.
and why do you want to wait longer?
Mhm.
What's the problem? What's the issue? Is it me or is it you? Because if
Yeah.
it's you, I can't wait another 4 or 5 years. I'm not getting any younger, and I'm not promised the next 5 minutes.
Thank you.
And I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just
Yeah.
keeping it 100. So I'm not saying to dump the guy. I'm saying to need to think about your life,
Yeah.
because men and women come and go. Your life is not promised.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, I'm divorced. I've been divorced since 2003, and I could say when he proposed to me, we had already been together like I'm gonna say it was about 2 years. But you gotta look at we was young. And so, I had my first baby, I was 19, but things has changed. And, when you look at then and now, like I look at now, I'm 49 years old. I'm be 50 in November. And my thing is that you talking about 3 to 4 years? No, bruh. If you don't know what you got now, what's the point of even moving forward?
Yeah. And look,
But
I'll be honest. I will be honest with you. I'm not gonna hide it. You know, I proposed twice. I messed up both engagements,
mm,
both rings given back to me.
mm,
You know, and I had to work. I had to work my way and into doing the right thing, and hopefully one day that'll happen. If it doesn't, I just got myself to blame. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right, right,
I would never put it on the fact that I'm the one that messed up on her. I'm not gonna do that. That's a
right,
sucker. You
right.
know, I'm not doing that. So at the end of the day, I would say this to any woman out there: be real with yourself.
Yeah. Know your
You
value,
know,
know your worth.
yeah, know your wealth, know your value, like know who you are. If you're willing to wait 4 to 5 years, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. I don't care how good the sex is. I
Hmm.
don't care how good the intimacy is, the foreplay. I don't care if he buys you diamonds and pearls for 4 or 5 years.
Hmm.
Nothing can comfort your heart
Right.
except real love, genuine love that is willing to marry you for you, not for the the possessions that he buys you. And a lot of men like to buy love. A lot of women, put themselves in a position that, oh, he's buying me this, buying me that, and if you got kids involved, I don't know if there's kids involved,
Mhm. Yeah,
that's another thing,
they
you
have
know.
they have 2 kids, I do. But there's one thing that I've expressed before, when it's funny that you mentioned that because I tell people, you could be rich. You could be rich and give her the world, but if she's not happy and she's miserable, she's broke.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can sit here, excuse me, and not be rich and make less money than her. If you're making her happy and giving her everything that she deserves,
hmm
she is the richest woman that you
and
could
I'll
pick.
tell you, I'll tell you like this: just because if a man, if you with a man 4 to 5 years and you got
Mm.
2 kids, if he can pop 2 babies in you, he could pop a ring on your finger a long time ago.
Hello, say that again.
If he can pop 2 babies in you, he should have been popped the ring on that finger. So if you're good enough to lay with and pop 2 babies out of you later,
Like Beyonce said, put a ring on it.
but don't put a ring on it just for convenience.
And
And when I
don't
say
put
convenience,
it for the kids either, because that's a failed relationship right there. If you're not really truly in love with this person,
yeah,
kids is not the reason to be married.
yeah. And I
Why
say
people
this,
understand why the old folks say before you have kids, be married.
yeah, yeah,
But we got a lot of that going on nowadays.
yeah. And I say this to the young lady, and I'll leave it as this: if you're good enough to make babies with, then you should have been good enough to be married.
To be a wife.
And that and exact to be a queen,
Yes.
like
Yes.
straight up.
Yes. I'm gonna play another piece before we end up going out. I really truly thank you so much. But I don't know. This one just says Island Def Jam Distribution. I don't know which song this is, but we're gonna go ahead and hit play. No, it's this one here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let everybody listen to this, giving a little sample of yeah.
All right.
We have Abraham Lincoln,
Oh,
George Washington, Albert Einstein, and Ben Franklin. Mikey. Mikey, what are you reading?
The new Jim Crow.
And why are you reading this?
Because I want to go higher.
Y'all gotta see this video.
I can only go higher. I'm not looking down. I'm still gonna be me. Still humble. Still loyal. Still dedicated. Always committed. Motivated. Number one hated. Let's go. I'm in the zone. About to zone out, never beg or borrow a flow. I put my own out. I'm a king on the throne. I'm giving loans out. You cowards are pessimists. I think your effing bones out. A jewel in the game, rubies and pearls. Invest dollars in myself so I can bring you to the world. Keep it clean and interesting for the boys and girls. Do my best to stop the violence to like a girl. I can't be a savior, but I can damn do my best. I'm on another level, Mikey J, Johnny Quest. Still representing System Davis, stupid fresh. Still staying relevant in this game of death. You either do or you die. Grind hard till the wheels break. Sleep when I'm dead, but I'ma make the whole ground shake. Even in my corporate while you're staring at me, I'm awake. Pull the tears back, don't represent me if you fake.
Tell us a little bit about that. I know that was 8 years ago.
Yes, ma'am. It was.
I mean,
That's
it's astonishing. Movie producer, director. You have won so many awards. You're a rapper. You're an actor. What you don't do?
I did that record 8 years ago, and that's my son. 8 years ago, playing the younger me.
Oh wow!
And I just wanted people to know that I'm a conscious brother. I'm woke, and I'm going higher mentally, higher spiritually, higher emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I dropped a few jewels. I'm about to zone out. Never beg or borrow a flow. I put my own out. I'm the king. Something. Basically, that line right there is I never copied or mimicked anyone. I've always set my own lane, always traveled my own lane and did my own thing.
Right, right.
And I give it all to God.
So is it really hard? Because I mean, I'm not in that industry. I mean, I do have one CD released, and watching the music producer doing my CD, that's exhausting. I mean, that's a lot of work. So, I mean, knowing what you're doing, just not musically, but also in the movie industry, I mean, it's a lot. It's
Yeah,
a
it
lot.
is. It
And
is.
is there any words that you can give to anybody that's want to be a producer, want to be a director, that wants to be a rapper, that wants to be out here doing videos? Is there any sort of advice that you can offer them?
Oh, yes, sure. I would definitely say this to all the aspiring rappers, singers, music producers, um, film directors, film producers, actors. Just do it.
Right.
Just do it. Don't worry about a naysayer. Don't worry about a disbeliever. Believe as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you believe in what you're doing, you create your masterpiece. You make your masterpiece. You put your masterpiece all over the globe. Do not put yourself in a box. You know, always think outside of the box. Be different. Don't follow a trend. Become the trend. Be the trend. And you gotta keep God in Christ in everything you do.
Right,
You
right.
gotta keep God in Christ in everything you do. It won't happen in your time. It'll happen in God's time. I didn't
Exactly.
receive them 2 Grammy nominations, the 13 Music Awards, and them 43 Honor Awards on my time. I didn't look for validation from the Grammy board or the music boards. You know, I didn't look to be honored by the people that honored me. I just loved what I was doing. I love making music. I love touring. I just love producing music as well, and I just love feeding people and clothing people and doing toy drives and getting guns off the street, doing my anti-drug campaigns, you name it. It was just all about being my brother's keeper genuinely and just doing it because I wanted to do it. So I would say that to y'all is whatever you want to do, just do it. Life is too short. Not promise the next 5 seconds. The heck with the next 5 minutes. Whatever you want to do it. Don't. And one no will always lead to a yes. 1,000 no's will lead to that one yes, and that one yes is gonna be that one yes. With them 1,000 no's will be banging themselves in the head like, why didn't I pick up on that?
Right.
Trust me, I am a living example of that. I am living proof of people hating on me, not believing in me, and
Now,
a
one
bunch of
thing that we got to
naysayers.
let everybody know is that because I know I'm bringing this up because I know you shared it online before on your own live video, is that you wasn't always at this point that you're in now.
No.
You
Mm-mm.
actually came from a world because I mean, we need to let these young men know, the ones that get in trouble, they want to change their life, that they can do it. So can you speak to these young men and letting them know what you have came out of in order to be here and what made you want to change your life?
I'll be honest. In full blown transparency, I am what they call an official street dude. But I've also had my academics because I was told that if I'm going to be doing things in the streets, then I'm going to need my academics. I'm going to need my education, and I was top honors in all my classes. I was an IGC student, that stands for Intelligent Gifted Children. I was always in top classes, but I also ran them streets. And at the end of the day, I've done some unsavory things in the streets. I've transported narcotics, city to city, state to state. I've sold crack on the corners. I've sold cocaine, under them tables at certain locations and making drop offs and stuff like that. And one thing about me, I don't embellish in that. I do not embellish in that. Why? Because there's nothing to brag about being a narcotics distributor or shooting guns and doing the things that I was doing out there in the streets. It's unsavory. What I utilize is my platform and my past as a deterrent from the youth, well, for the youth, and even some of these grown folks out here who are in that dark path or thinking about going on that dark path. And I just try my best to, you know, educate them and bring them out of that. So I had to finally make a decision. Did I want to keep going to jail, or did I want to do something with my life? I had one foot in the industry and one foot out, you know. Um, but it was Fat Joe's mother. I'll never forget this, man. Fat Joe's mother told me, she told Joey that Mikey's gonna be a superstar. I'll never forget it. Right around Cortona Park in the Bronx. I would never forget it. It was myself, his brother Angel, also known as the Money Man, Macho, and Joey, and Miss Ruby. She said to Joey that Mikey's gonna be a superstar, and I will never forget that because that lady believed in me, and I love her for that. I truly love her. So to Miss Cartagena, I love you. I love you. I love you for real. And I just got tired of going to jail. I got tired of producing music and seeing my work on BET, MTV, stuff that I produced or written. I got to spend my checks 90 days later or a year later when I come home. I wasn't with all that. So I just decided to, um, you know, make this one last run. And when I made that last trip, it was, I had no choice because I did something in front of somebody who I care about a lot, who didn't know what I was into. And when I was, making my transaction, that person looked at me like, "Oh wow, you lied to me." And that was my turning point. Like that was my breaking point right there. So instead of doing a 360, I did a 180, and I just went full fledged into the music industry. And now, looking back at it, I want to thank Don Taylor and Leo Rogers at Universal Music Group for giving me the chance and the opportunity and signing me for 3 years for my single Stupid Fresh. I want to say thank you to Gil Chachkis, Mark Gavan, Neil Levine. Neil Levine, who was the president of EMI at the time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thank you to Mark Gavan and Gil Chachkis once again for bringing me over to Sony. So that was a great situation. And, now my music is distributed by Def Jam. And I came a long way. And I look back at it, like, wow, here I am, conflicted, serving two masters. I'm serving two masters. I'm serving the devil, but I'm loving God. You can't serve two masters. And I look at it now like, wow, I went from there to here, and I'm still not finished. I still have assignments outside of my own life that God wants me to do. And I know I got more assignments coming. So when I tell y'all that gang banging, distributing narcotics, selling drugs, because distribution and selling drugs is two different things. And then being in jail, having to doing these bids, skid bids, all kind of bids, you know, being shot, all this other kind of stuff. It ain't nothing to embellish in. It ain't nothing to brag about. Anybody bragging about that and embellishing that, they're fools. They fools. Number one, you're incriminating yourself and the people that you may have to give up later. And number two, it's nothing to brag about. It's nothing to brag about. Why would you brag about serving the devil? So no. So I say to all y'all, stick to what y'all want to do. If you want to rap, rap, just be different, set a trend. You want to sing, sing. You want to act, act. You want to produce musical films, do it. Don't wait. Get up and do it now. Do not let the fact that, oh, I don't have no money to do this and do that. Guess what? E for effort. You don't need professional photos. Take a nice selfie. Have somebody take a photo of you on the phone. If you can't afford to go to a studio, you know, cell phones now, they have apps so you can make a song in your phone. It's the effort. It's the E for effort. You don't have to have all this glitz and glamorous stuff to get your life going. All you need is your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, and that's all you need. And faith. And you need faith. And just get up and go do it.
That was good. That was good. I hope I got the right one. I think I found Masterpiece. I hope I did. Yeah. Mickey Facts. No, that's not you.
Just type in masterpiece is one word and Mikey J.
Yeah, maybe I need to put Masterpiece first.
Either way it'll come up. As long as masterpiece is one word.
Oh, you said Masterpiece by itself?
No, masterpiece is one word and then type in Mikey J. So it's masterpiece, one word, space, Mikey J.
Okay, putting it in. I think this is it. Mikey J 1 year ago. That's something else. Okay, we just probably just gonna end it with one of these because it's not for some reason it's not coming up. And I really wanted everybody to hear that because I fell in love with it. But I truly enjoyed you coming in. You will be coming back on the 16th, but you will be bringing some people with you.
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cassandra Bain's one of them. I hope she is. Have her beautiful face on here again. But I know I got some of the bios that I need to print out so I could go over.
Yeah.
But
She's definitely gonna be when we start promoting colorblind.
mhm.
She's definitely gonna be one of the people that we're gonna have. I'm gonna pick certain cast members, and we'll have like a colorblind week. So you'll be definitely be good. If you're on YouTube, if you go to Mikey J TV, go to my channel, Masterpiece. You just scroll down, it's right there.
Yeah, let me see here because I'm on. Maybe I need to go to the TV. Let me just put your name in.
Yeah, just go to my channel, Mikey J TV, 3 words.
Let me see if it come up. Okay.
And then click on video, and then at the top it's gonna say something. I know. Click on videos, and they're all right there.
Okay. Here we go. Let me find the one I want to play.
Thank God I'm technologically savvy.
Because I'm trying to see here. Wait a minute. Okay, that's something else. Because it's showing the Time Matters video.
It's all the way down.
All the way down. Y'all just give me just a second. Hopefully we'll be there. Okay. How you going way back colorblind? Chill pill. Oh, I loved it. Okay. I don't know what's up with Masterpiece.
It's at the bottom. You're in the most recent stuff.
Because I see someone said Cameron losing. I don't know about. Okay, we're just gonna play this one here. But I thank you for coming, and I thank everybody for tuning in. We're gonna leave out here. Please tune in next week, July the 9th. We will have Mrs. Teresa Fuller to discuss the topic Color Me in Beauty, CEO of Queen Bee Beauty. So y'all do not want to miss this. We're going to end the show here with Mikey J.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for having me, and y'all can follow me at Instagram and at Mikey J's IG. And don't play that.
I don't
Don't
know
play
what
that.
you
That is not edited.
Oh, that's an unedited one. It's the
Yeah,
first time this happened.
that's called doggy style.
Oh, we sure don't want to play that one.
Yeah. But y'all can follow me on Instagram at Mikey J's IG, MikeyJaysig, one word. You can follow me on YouTube at Mikey J TV. That's 3 words. You can follow me on Facebook at Team Mikey J or Mikey J. You can follow me on Twitter at Team Mikey J as well. And I thank y'all. Look out for Chill Pill August 4th. Anybody that can get to New York that would love to be in one of my productions, all you got to do is email AIGNE filmgroup@gmail.com. You do not have to be a bona fide actor. If you ever lied to the police and got away with it, then you can act.
Yeah, my thing is that you ever gonna come to San Antonio? Want to pull some people from here?
Hey, listen, if they can get to New York, great. If anybody wants me to direct or produce, or they need a production company to come down, we could definitely talk business on that level as well. So definitely big shout out to all the people in Dallas and San Antonio and Houston and Texas.
Okay. We have I found one video. See me? Is that safe? Do you remember that one? Okay, we'll go ahead and play that one. No, I don't think that. No, that one there is not you. That's why you don't remember it. See, it's a mix between this other. He's a young guy with dreads.
Nah, you're not in my channel. I don't know where you're at. You're not on my channel.
Okay, let me go here.
My channel has a Rock the Planet logo with Mikey J on it.
We're just gonna end it out here with Black Superman, so y'all can hear the rest. So y'all have a great evening. If you want to see Mikey J again, tune in July 16th. We will have him and his casting crew here in discussion of Chill Pill. So we'll look forward to y'all next time. Thank you for tuning in to the Unspoken Art Discussion Hour. Enjoy this one right here, Black Superman.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hold on.
Are you alright? You alright? No. Oh my God.
Mikey, Black Superman. Can you tell me why you hurt, miss? You don't deserve this nonsense you're going through. Treated so worthless. You made a chump, no respect for your heart.
Y'all can find him on YouTube. This song here is called Black Superman.
He got nothing on me. Trying to buy your love with fancy jewelry. I'm a different type of man, girl, so I'ma do me. Shower you with love and things that you need. Say my name, say my name, say my name, girl. Hold your hand as we walk through the rain, girl. Listen, Novocaine for the way I numb the pain, girl. Black Superman here to keep you sane, girl. Do the drive slow, get him out my lane, girl. Hit him with another car, put him on a train, girl. Midnight to Georgia, now he's out your brain, girl.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here? Fly me through the atmosphere.
Let's go.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here? Fly me through the atmosphere.
Baby, let's go. Life is short, he's being lame with you. Damn. You ain't a sport, so why he playing games with you? Just a thought, doesn't share the same pain with you. That lane, put me in that frame with you. Dude is whack, he's on a crime spree. Breaking hearts of every dime piece. I'm on my job, I set your mind free. 24/7, girl, through the night. Black Superman, I withstand kryptonite. Those pillars on the bed, girl, when you get home.
Also, just let y'all know, if y'all enjoyed the video, go to YouTube channel under Spicy Gray, subscribe and like. Thank you all for tuning in.
Let's go.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here? Fly me through the atmosphere.
Baby, let's go.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here? Fly me through the atmosphere.
Baby, let's go. Yeah, baby. You can't do nothing for you. Just treat me wrong. Oh, you're right.
Shout out to Mikey J. Thank you again. Much love.
Got you, girl.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here? Fly me through the atmosphere.
Baby, let's go.
Can you be my Superman?
Yes, I can.
Can you take me away from here?
Yeah,
Fly me through the atmosphere.
baby, let's go.